Hello. Bonjour et bienvenue. Now it's working. Thank you and welcome to yet another exciting session of pitches, this time in probably the most fitting theme for the most fitting city, which is fashion. I hope there's no industry representatives from Milan and New York in the room, but Paris is the undefeated capital of said theme, which is fashion. Now, we all know it brings joy, it brings beauty, but it also brings societal and environmental issues, and I'm therefore even more excited to be welcoming 8 or even 9 wonderful entrepreneurs that are trying to reimagine fashion. Before we move to them, we have a wonderful jury with us, and I'd love to ask you to keep it super short and sweet, but maybe introduce yourself very quickly. Who are you and who do you represent?
My name is Mamadou. I work as an investor at Afi Ventures, which is a pre-seed impact fund. I'm also a content creator on social media.
Perfect. Thank you. Welcome.
Hello, everyone. I'm Stephanie Hauer. I'm helping companies to become not just the best in the world, but the best for the world. And I'm an investor in nature-positive businesses, because to me, that's the only thing that we're allowed to scale anymore.
Wonderful. Ideally, you look here because the camera is this way. So,
hi.
Yeah, just a quick hello.
Okay. Now do I turn? No.
Best is to be seated and look at me.
Okay, great. Christine Goulet. I have my own consulting practice called ChangeNOW Advisory Services, which works at the intersection of sustainability, fashion, and innovation. And my previous experience was in different brands such as the Caring Group as well as Pangaea. I work now with a lot of great startups. So
awesome, fantastic to have you. Thank you.
My name is Xiaowei Ye, and I'm a sustainable consultant from Shanghai. I have my own agency called Ye. So basically what I'm trying to do is bring sustainability, creativity, and innovations together to instigate brands, designers to do value-based changes. And I mainly work in fashion and luxury and the whole ecosystem in China and a little bit in Southeast Asia.
Wonderful. Welcome.
Hello, I'm Linda Maifung. I represent Studio Linda Maifung. I'm a former sustainable fashion entrepreneur. And today I advise luxury brands and brands on sustainable fashion design, and also train them in CSR and eco-fashion design.
Hello, my name is Helena Wasserman. I invest and accelerate into climate founders and professionals.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. What a wonderful round of experts here. I'm very excited to have you. Thank you for your time. Now, without further ado, we're going to have 4 pitches, 3 minutes each, followed by a Q&A, followed by 4 more pitches. And the first one up on stage is Bruno from Ananas am Nam. Your time to shine.
Hi, everyone. So we are Ananas am Nam. We are a B Corp certified company engaged into sustainable material, including Piñatex, an alternative to leather. And the story starts in the Philippines, in farming communities, where men and women collect pineapple leaf. It's a waste of a food crop. Should I go here? Okay. So it's a waste of a food crop, and they extract the fiber, they sell it to us. So the fiber is like this. That gives them an additional income streams. So at heart, we are working with people and planet for a more circular economy. Our core product is this fiber. So it's a textile grade pineapple fiber that requires no bleaching, no pulping, no harmful chemicals. It's fully traceable, and it's socially responsible. And we have developed a series of partnerships around the world, in Africa, in Asia, and Latin America, to ramp up the production and the volumes, which are now relevant for our retail and industrial partners. Our product range extends from the fiber itself to the Piñatex, an alternative to leather, Piña yarn, an alternative to cotton and polyester. A quick focus on Piñatex, which we launched more than 5 years ago. We have 5 collections of Pinatex, which can be used for the footwear, fashion industry, and soon to be in the automotive market. Our clients have launched some very successful capsule collections, including H&M, Nike, and Hugo Boss, as you can see here. Pina yarn is our second product. We launched it last year. It's a dry spinning technology. It's 100% plant-based, and it has been already used by companies like Calvin Klein, for example, here, and others. Capsule collections are great. We're very excited by them, but it's not enough for us. We want to scale to have a greater impact. So we are now working with a few large groups in textile or in automotive in order to have a mainstream application to that fiber. And that's what we need here, is that we need a bit more time for our client, but also for ourselves to perfect the fiber for their own purpose. That's why we're pitching to have a longer runway and some support from the investors. If you do those, you will help us to contribute to our sustainable goals and impact.
Wonderful. Yeah. Thank you so much. Wonderful. Not just good in your pina colada, also in your fashion and your shoes. Wonderful. Thank you, Bruno. Next up is Zelen from Ravel. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello, my name is Zelen. I am the CEO of Ravel, and I'm going to tell you how we're enabling the circular economy for textiles. Global textile waste is a massive problem, and of course, I think you all know that. Currently, most materials are made from fossil fuels, or rather unsustainable agriculture. Ravel makes materials from clothing waste. One of the biggest challenges in recycling is blended materials. Polyester, cotton, elastane, dyes, additives, chemicals. We all want that stuff, though. It's the best of all worlds. It's what clothing's made out of. It makes it durable and dynamic, comfortable, colorful, stretchy and soft, functional and fashionable, but generally not recyclable. So Ravel has developed in-house IP that takes that blended fiber clothing, including any of the elastane that everyone's been talking about, and efficiently recovers the reusable materials. So we take blended textile waste, we purify it, and it becomes a drop-in material to make back into clothing again. It's a light touch process, it's closed loop, and it's price competitive solution. So the tech applies to all blends, but we are going to focus. The first product we're bringing to scale is textile-derived recycled polyester. It displaces bottle downcycled polyester and virgin polyester. Brands are all promising and intending, we hope, to move towards more sustainable and circular materials. And Ravel's goal is to transition the industry to this circular economy with polyester, and then sequence in other fibers and feedstock types. We come from a background of science, apparel, sustainability, and engineering. We have chemical and material engineering PhDs. We've started, built, and sold apparel brands. We've run a couple international supply chains, a couple business degrees. But we've generally been kind of under the radar, but we're ready to scale. So the industry obviously needs low-carbon solutions. Brands are looking for drop-in, high-quality materials. Investors, of course, favorable returns. And the supply chain needs something that doesn't rely on green premiums. And we all need circular economy. Polyester and polyester elastane is just the beginning for us. We're building a pilot plant, almost finished, and we've done the complete OpEx and CapEx modeling for our scaled versions. The tech works. The product is drop-in ready, the unit level economics are healthy, and the carbon reduction potential is industry defining. Please join us. Thank you.
Thank you. That was Zelen from Ravel. Next up is Laurent from Peftrust. Laurent, your 3 minutes to shine. Start now.
morning, everyone. I'm Laurent, CEO and co-founder of Peftrust. So at Peftrust, we are digitizing LCA, life cycle assessments, to measure the environmental product footprint of fashion products. You know all that fashion is experimenting its revolution with lots of drivers coming from the products themselves, from the consumers, and from regulations that are rapidly advancing in Europe and in France, as we just saw last week. So what fashion brands need at the moment is a way to accurately measure the environmental footprint of a shirt, of pants, or of shoes. And this is a tricky issue that is really at the center of the game, because product is essential, product is everything. 95% of the environmental footprint of a typical brand lies in its product. So how do we measure product? That's a question that we answer for brands and suppliers all over the world with a SaaS-based solution, because obviously you can reduce only what you can measure. So that's what we offer with an eco-scoring module, a way to easily comply with regulation, a way to eco-design products, and finally to report at corporate level based on accurate and serious and comparable eco-scores at the product level. So this is what our SaaS platform looks like. It has many features, of course, but let's see that on a use case. So Kiabi is actually one of the top brands, retail brand here in France. It's a large brand for which we are conducting LCAs on systematic and scalable state for more than 25,000 styles in their collections, complex products, multi-lots, etc., etc. So that's what we do. That's what we know how to do for brands and suppliers, as you can see below on the screen. We've been around for just over a year now with our solution, selling our solution. We've captured already our market. We are recognized as one of the very specialized and credible solutions for this booming trend that we're experiencing at the moment. A huge traction at the moment, so we're looking for investors to help us fuel our growth end of this year and beginning of next year. Last but not least, this trend was very recently still fueled mainly by regulation, but we are now clearly seeing a price signal, meaning that our customers who are starting to publish their eco scores, they actually sell better and faster. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you so much. Measuring the footprint of the fashion industry. Very well. Laurent, thank you for your presentation. Next up is Tommy from United Repair Center. Full house. Enjoy it.
Good morning, everybody. I was wondering who was here yesterday at the opening of Patagonia's speech at the next stage. Great, thank you. So you saw the story of United Repair Center, but you don't know the secret. Why is Patagonia backing us? My name is Tommy Schweichler. I am the founder and the CEO of United Repair Center. We are a B2B clothing repair business that is here to change the clothing industry for good by putting people first, because the world is on the verge of collapse. So we have clothing enough in the world to be covering our next 6 generations. So why do we need it? The crazy stuff never gets sold. 60% of the clothing that we're wearing today gets produced, never gets to be sold. And the worst of it, the societies are on the verge of collapse. We have now 110 million people that are on the run around the world. And the statistics are only going to get to grow. We believe at United Repair Center that this is the biggest opportunity of the clothing industry today. And we tackle these 2 problems at the same time. We repair clothing at large scale for large fashion brands, and we're scaling this to a global scale. And we do this by providing chances for people with a distance to the labor market, such as refugees, youth at distance to the labor market, and people over 55 years old. And how does it work? We have a high-level, high-quality repair at the Patagonia standard. The repair is short around turnaround time, supported by a big high-tech solution that is at the highest level of big fashion brands, and generating a lot of data, which is really, really important for brands today, and no one has the loop for this. But the most important, we are pioneers to change the clothing industry. So social inclusion is at the heart of our work. We have now a team of 30 refugees with very talented skills, and we're supporting this with a Refugee Academy program. And guess what? It really works. So we have now leading global brands. They are already signed up at our program. We're covering production this year to 60,000 repairs in between Amsterdam and London. And we're just about to scale this ahead. And why Patagonia is back in this? Because we are for real. So we see by the cover media of what we're doing, we really believe that repair is here to stay and really to change the clothing industry. We are now to scale. We have our hubs in Amsterdam and in London. We're looking for €5 million to scale our population in the coming 3 years. We have covered half of this already with local partnerships, so we're looking for the other half. So if you want to join our mission, in the coming 5 years, we're going to be repairing 1 million pieces of clothing and providing jobs to over 900 people across the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. You can stay with me for the Q&A. I'd love to ask the other 3 pitchers to come join me. We have about 7 minutes or so for a round of questions, popcorn style, meaning no particular order. Just ask away any of your questions. And we start with you over here. Thank you. And we shouldn't cross this. Yeah, perfect.
Hello, hello. Hello. I have a question to both Ananas, Anam, and Ravel. What is happening at the end of the second life? Can you upcycle it again? Or is there a biological... Sir?
Hello. We are working for a solution in order to upcycle at the end of product, but that's something that we need to work with our clients because we are a B2B company. We just provide for example, the Pinatex, the alternative to leather. But that's something that we need to work hand in hand with client, how to upcycle the end of life products. Yeah.
Ravel, same question to you. What happens second life? No? Was it? Oh, yeah, sorry.
Oh, good. One of the things that Ravel's technology does is cleans out contaminants in materials. And contaminants tend to be one of the things that make things less recyclable because we're blending in a bunch of other gunk and sort of mixing it in with our stuff. We actually clean that stuff out.
More toxic.
Pardon, and yeah, we pull that stuff out. And so at the end of life of a Ravel product, if more things have put in, we'll clean them back out and it can return in life. We can also recycle their product based on its cellulosic content. And so from an end-of-life solution, if their product were to go through the life cycle, we can also bring it back in through our technology, pull out the gunk, and turn it back into a cellulosic product, for example.
Something to talk about, it seems. Yeah, collaboration potential, please.
Thank you. Thanks to all of you. You guys did a great job, so very inspiring solutions. This question's for Tommy. I'm wondering, it seems like on the social side, that's a very strong differentiator for you vis-a-vis other repair solutions. Are there other, which is great, I mean, it's incredible. Are there other differentiators that you would like to mention compared to some of the other solutions brands could use?
Yeah, absolutely. So we provide brands with what we call a one-stop shop because we believe that only repairing and have a social ambition is just the engine for this. So technology is the core. So we're creating a backbone that's basically making possible for products to get A to B and being circle back to the technology of brands, so what designers need, but also with the upcoming legislation on CSRD and the regulations that are coming, it's really information the brands don't have. So we work in the back end together with brands, with designers, with R&D of companies to circle back the information that happens on the repair side, because it's the only moment that we can pick information back on the product because it goes away. So I think this is the key differentiation that brands are coming to us, and of course the capacity. Yeah? It's a global scaling program. If you use RFID, so we are implementing at this moment RFID and digital product passports. So at the repair level, you're going to get information concealed. So today we do by reporting data directly to brands, and this has been formatted now because majority of brands don't have RFID implemented. So using the repair opportunity to label the items so you get back on the loop.
Wonderful. Thank you. Question from over here.
Yes. Congratulations, fantastic solutions. I had a question for the founder of Ravel. I was unclear, when was your company started and who are your clients?
Thank you. We originally came together in late 2019, and our main customers, the people that we talk to the most, tend to be the brands. but a lot of the engagement that we have is with the supply chain. And I think that's pretty crucial for a lot of recyclers and even novel materials, is you have to be working with the supply chain specifically to make sure the materials work, so that the brands can say, hey, we want this, let's push it upstream. And we say, hey, we can do this, let's push it downstream. And that's what closes the circle.
Wonderful. Question from here?
Yes. Well, first question is for Tommy. Yeah. So your business model is B2B. Have you ever considered to C? Is that possible? And also, I think the main category is apparel. Do you consider like leather goods, handbag, and shoes? And have you ever compared like which market would be bigger?
So how many people in the crowd have done clothing repair yourself personally? A lot of people, right? So the big problem, what we do B2B, is because brands don't. So if you change the brands, you're able to change the industry. If you change the consumer, it's going to be really difficult to do the other way around. So that's the reason we focus on brands to provide great services to the end consumer, so B2B to C. We are tackling other goods. We are, at this moment, we are focused on, so we do outdoor apparel, denim and fashion, but the volumes are just too big. It's really, really high. So we see in the future there will be specialism coming in other sectors, but our focus is clothing.
Wonderful. It pains me, but I have to cut it short at this time. You will get the first question in the second round of Q&A, promised. Big round of applause for this first batch of entrepreneurs. Thank you so much. And you will have the chance after the whole session to be meeting in the networking area. And we are going to go ahead. For those in the audience who have just joined us, we are halfway through an exciting round of pitches in the theme of fashion with a wonderful jury here in the room. And next up is Anne from RBX Creations.
Hi everyone. Today I'm wearing cotton, wool and wood. I'm sure you also have some clothes made out of wood in your wardrobe. They're soft and comfortable, not because of wood itself, but thanks to cellulose, the plant's main component. Cellulose is an ingredient to make the man-made cellulose fibers. There are 7 million tons of such fibers, and it's growing for two main reasons. They can reach the technical performance of some synthetics, and the water shortage limits cotton production, hence the cellulose gap. What if, to reduce pressure on forests, we make such fibers out of alternative plants? What if we take this opportunity to support positive farming? That's our vision with Iroony. First, we collect agricultural residues or byproducts, mainly from hemp. Hemp is the ultimate sustainable crop. No irrigation, zero chemicals, a massive carbon sink, and biodiversity shelter. France is the first European producer. We developed and patented a process to get its cellulose, which is suitable to be turned into versatile fibers. It's not the case of all cellulose. The fibers, we can adapt their mechanical properties so that they can be used in various fabrics and end products. It works. We did many prototypes, got scientific recognition. It's scalable. We achieved the pilot production and identified industrial equipment. Now upscaling means a market. This is the potential in Europe. Our strategy is to involve brands so that they recommend Iroony cellulose, our product, to their suppliers. We already have brand partners from footwear, sportswear, and apparel, and they're looking for more quantity of Iroony. We're a family company with a core team of brother and sister and collaborations all along the value chain. For instance, the ITF, the largest textile research center in Europe, is our partner since 2020. We also have an office in a major farming cooperative, so we cannot be closer to the feedstock, and the support from different institutions. To leverage this, we, for the first time, raising equity in order to tackle the last barriers before industrial stage and expand market adoption, for which environmental benefits are a key driver, especially with new regulations. So there's the avoided emissions or water consumption. There's also the positive impact generated. Then we can assess with the number of hectares we'll support to grow hemp. So thank you for your attention. Come have a look at our samples of cellulose and fibers and join us to make sustainable agriculture the new normal in fashion.
Wonderful. Thank you. Great job, Anne. Thank you so much. Next up is Chui Lian from Wear Wool. Your time to shine.
everyone, I'm Chui Lee, co-founder and CEO of Ravel, a biotechnology company whose mission is to make the fashion industry compatible with nature. My co-founder Valentina and I started this company because as students and later on as textile developers, our weeks tended to look like this. Monday, fibers. Over 60% of the clothing that we wear today comes from petroleum-based feedstocks. Tuesday, dyeing, one of the most chemically intensive industries on our planet. Wednesday, knitting. Blending just 1% spandex in a yarn makes it very difficult to recycle. Thursday, finishing. Toxic waterproof treatments still used today can be found in the bodies of polar bears in the Arctic Ocean. And this is just to make the fabric. At the end of life, we're talking about microplastic pollution and chemical persistence in the environment that is decimating biodiversity and affecting human health. There is an urgent need to do things differently. And nature does performance differently. In nature, properties like color, waterproofing, antimicrobial, even stretch can all be achieved through protein structure. Inspired by this, Ravel is harnessing nature strategy for performance to create the next generation of performance textile fibers with intrinsic color and performance properties that can be tunable to customer needs. Our first generation of fibers looks to the way that the Discosoma coral creates this brilliant pink color through protein structure to create colors with intrinsic color that can eliminate conventional dyeing processes. Building off of our colorful fibers, we are now looking to the way that nature's organisms have evolved stretch, like the elasticity in our skin, to develop the world's first biodegradable stretch fibers. Nature's organisms have evolved such incredible strategies for functionality and aesthetics, and the tools of biotechnology have given us the ability to create these proteins at scale. To go from protein to fiber, our team has developed a patent-pending technology that allows us to functionalize existing material biopolymer material streams with our designer proteins. This system utilizes a wet spinning process that plugs and plays into existing viscose production and downstream textile processing seamlessly. Our product differentiation lies in how we holistically address the supply chain. At the raw material stage, we source rapidly renewable raw materials. We eliminate the dyeing and some finishing processes from the textile supply chain. And finally, our fibers are designed to degrade into nutrients for a healthy ecosystem. This is my amazing team. We are bioengineers, textile developers, and materials scientists. We're backed by Sofanova Partners, a Material Impact, and an incredible board of advisors. Together, we see a future where Ravel's platform technology can provide our sneakers, yoga pants, and rain jackets with textile performance without plastics and color without water pollution. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. That was Ravel bringing biomimicry to fashion. Wonderful. Great job. Next up is Stefan, and he's right next to me. So please, the stage is yours.
Yeah, hi everyone. It's great to be here with you today, and I would love to start by asking you a couple of questions. So, who of you generally likes the outfit that you're wearing today? Quite a few people, that's good. Who of you has seen pictures like this one? Well, for those who haven't, that's the Atacama Desert, where some of the outfits that we are wearing here today might end up in the future. But honestly, who would want their favorite outfit to end up here? Exactly, nobody wants this. But now we have to face the harsh reality. An EU citizen on average throws away a 15-kilogram pile of textile waste every year. Less than 1% of that pile will be recycled back into clothing. Globally, most of it will either be dumped or burned right after use, leading to a catastrophic impact and a huge material loss of over 80 billion euros every year. But the good thing is, there is some hope with upcoming technologies like ours. We have developed a patented chemical upcycling technology for textile waste. With this technology, we are tackling over 70% of EU textile waste. We are able to separate and recover both dominant fiber types on the market, so cotton and polyester, which is a huge competitive advantage, by the way. Our products are as new, but with a better footprint, and they serve as a drop-in solution for the existing textile value chain. Speaking of the value chain, never before was the textile industry targeted with such intensifying regulations like today. More than 35 new pieces on impact and materials are expected to go into effect in the next 4 years. Fashion brands must address these regulations. The need is urgent, and they know more than 85% of leading brands have decarbonization and material targets. And there's an upside in this for them. Adapting to a preferred raw material portfolio now helps them to tap on an average 6% profit uplift over the next 5 years. So what's our plan for the next years? The answer is pretty simple: scaling. Industrialize our technology and deliver our products at scale to the market. And the next step for that is an industrial demonstrator plant. Because we are on a mission to turn this around. And don't get me wrong on this. What has been dumped here is probably lost for any recycling process out there. But we can help prevent this from happening in the future again. Because we'd much rather like to see those products end up in here, in high quality circular products that can be loved for a long time. I'm Stefan, founder of eeden. This is our team, and we are enabling circular textiles.
Thank you. Enabling circular textiles. Wonderful, Stefan. Great job. Next up is Anne from Feelou, last but not least, before we enter another round of Q&A. Anne, your time to shine.
Thank you very much. During pregnancy, bra size changes all the time. Cup size, circumference, it changes a lot. And after giving birth, the process goes in reverse. My name is Anne Dijkstra and I'm founder of Feelou. We developed a pregnancy bra that fits well during the full 9 months of pregnancy and has nursing capabilities. So I hear you thinking, why? There's so many people getting pregnant every year. Wasn't there a product already? Sadly, the answer is no. As you might know, women's issues have long been overlooked. And pregnancy is one of those areas where there's still a lot to gain. But yes, a lot of people are getting pregnant every year. 4 million women in Europe alone, every year. We at Feelou see this as a huge opportunity to increase women's well-being. But that's not all. We're also a true circular company. Because our bra can be worn like the full 9 months and has nursing capabilities. So it goes a long way. So instead of buying like 10 different bras, women only have to buy 1 or 2. And stuff you don't buy has no footprint. Easy peasy. So where do we stand and what do we need? Last year, we sold out 2 times. We won a prestigious innovation award and we got our patent filed. We did all of this without any investors on board. Currently, we want to strengthen our commercial power. Therefore, we are fundraising for 500,000 euros. However, I'm not pitching here today for capital. I'm pitching here today to ask you something. I'm seeking your help in finding partners that are willing to buy our bra in larger quantities. It might seem like a weird question, but I thought of like 3 examples where you could see this happen. For example, larger corporates that want to cheerlead on their pregnant employees and give them something sustainable. Or healthcare insurers who want to introduce Feelou to their pregnant customer base. Or maybe you are or you know a philanthropic institution that works with pregnant women and want to give them something extremely practical and comfortable. I'm wearing this jacket for a reason. If you have any great ideas, come and find me and maybe you can help Feelou get forward. Thank you very much.
Wonderful job, thank you. You can stay with me. And I'd love to ask the other 3 pitchers to come join me on stage. Same procedure as last time, 5 minutes of Q&A. And because we had to unfortunately skip them, I would go with the gentleman to my right and then over here. We would have to stand on the right, please. Yep. Please, go ahead.
Yes, thank you for your presentation. I have a question for Iroony. What is the price of your cellulose compared to traditional cellulose?
Yes, I was expecting this question. We cannot reach the same price as wood cellulose because we are not on the same scale. But at the same time, we offer the opportunity to integrate hemp fibers, this type of agri-residues fibers, at a lower price than their current offer.
Very clear. Thank you. Yeah, over here.
Hello. I also have a question for Iroony. Thank you. I'm here. Is your fiber and also the whole supply chain of your fabric will be made in France, as I understood?
Yes. Yes. There is a biomass in France, as we are the third producer in the world of hemp, and first in Europe. So the project is to scale next to the farming cooperatives, and that's why we have an office there. Yes.
And in your scale-up project, do you plan to partner up with industrials in France to actually own your own factory, for example?
Yes, we think there can be different ways to integrate the steps of the value chain together. So whether it's the farming upstream or industry players downstream, it would make sense for a long-term model.
Okay, thank you so much.
Lots of good plans. Yeah, over here, and then next is you.
Thank you. Thanks to all of you. This is a question for Stefan. Yes, I'm wondering if there are any requirements about the percentage of polyester versus cotton that you need for your process, and if you have partners for both streams after you separate.
That's one of the advantages of our technology, that we can set up different plants in different locations, because we see in other parts of the world, like in Europe, cotton is very popular. In other parts, more polyester. And one of the advantages of the technology is that you can just set the different scope for a different plant and go for an 80-20% ratio here and for a 20-80% ratio there. That's one of the big advantages. And yeah, we have partners with the biggest collectors and sorters out there for getting our feedstock. Some partnerships with players that you don't see on the market yet, big corporations that want to go into the automated sorting for sorting of the post-industrial waste. And then on the downstream value chain side, it's a combination of textile players from the fiber industry, so the big cellulosic fiber producers, and the chemical industry for the polyester product, in order to get those drop-in solutions really in the market at scale, and then for competitive pricing as well.
Very cool. Next up.
Stefan, also to you. How can the industry as a whole design for recycling in the first place?
Well, there's a lot to that story, and we would really have to deep dive. It's materials, it's colors, and it's know-how. We as a recycler, we are confronted with a situation where we don't know what is in there. And you would be surprised what we find in those apparel textiles, even stuff that shouldn't be in there and is not allowed to be in there. So I would say traceability and everything that goes on there with business models already evolving in the market is a huge upside for us in order to push recyclability. But just collaborative innovation in terms of design for recycling on fibers, on dyes and everything that's in there, prints, repair services and everything, that we just know more about the products, and that we don't produce products where there's polyester, elastane, cotton, wool, everything prints in one product. That makes it more challenging to recycle. And technically a lot is possible. That then the question is, does it make ecological and economic sense to recycle those products? So in a nutshell, I would say keep complexity as low as possible, but in a way that people still love to wear those products. And there's a way to do both of that at the same time.
Wonderful. Last question, I'm afraid, but it goes to you.
Can I ask the Ravel? So it seems like it's wonderful technology, especially I love the biodegradable like stretchings. So can you work on both on color and also functions together, or which one is the priority, or color, function, and what else?
So we've developed our first generation of fiber with color, but our goal is to really be able to blend the proteins at the fiber level when we're creating the fiber. So fluorescent pink spandex is the vision for what we're going to be doing.
Wonderful. Now I invite the jury and the pitchers from both rounds to meet up in the networking area right after. But before that, a big round of applause for all the change makers in the room. Thank you so much. The jury has one last role, which is to vote on the coup de cœur. You can send one of the pitches up on the stage again for a final round of pitches, and you can do that with the volunteers. Thank you so much. The next session starts imminently, so please stay here for those of you who want to attend that. We're starting right away.